Crypto Twitter influencers exposed. This is Detective Sherlock Sommi. We're going to be looking at some KOLs, and I'm just going to spoil some juicy stuff here for you. They're all frauds. They're all trash. They're all subhuman filth. They all take money, do undisclosed shilling, which I guess is fair game. I mean, like, we're in a casino, but they don't believe in anything, like, at all. Okay, so I'm just going to give you that just heads up as we go through it out here. Thank you to my friend, Mr. Defective. Now, friends, the context of this, I shared this with you a while ago. ZachXBT, they leaked a massive database of crypto influencers, and all of these people have a Solana address. So there are like over 200 of these people, and guess what? Many of these addresses, like not all of them, but a few of them, they're actually the same address. So there are people on crypto Twitter who have multiple accounts, and they take money from the same project. They're like, oh, $500, $500, $500. And that's how they make their living. So they don't actually believe in anything, right? But I'm just going to give you just a heads up, friends, because I like to give you the juice at the start. I don't like watching stuff where like, oh, I gotta wait 3 hours for you to tell me. No. You're gonna see a lot of these people. They post pictures of Lambos. They say never stop clicking. There's wannabe rich motivation, and there's botted impressions and likes. Okay, so yeah, a lot of them say keep clicking. You just gotta keep clicking. You just stay in the trenches. You just gotta keep clicking, and you just gotta make it. You know, drink that soy. That's a lot of their advices, if you will. It's all a bunch of hoax. You know what I mean? Look, friends, we already know. I've told you this thousands of times. The only way we win in crypto or any asset is if long-term believers come, okay, and they fulfill the destiny of the cycle. Because a long-term believer comes in, buys supply. What's a long-term believer? Someone who buys an asset and doesn't want to sell for like 5 years. That's it. Because you take supply off the supermarket shelf, you put it in your back pocket, and there's nothing for everyone to buy. So it has to reprice higher, okay? And this happens by everybody who takes a long-term position on stuff. Have you heard of a little coin called the Bitcoin? Bitcoin, that's exactly how it goes up over time, right? M2 money units get printed around the globe. People take those units, they buy BTC, they don't want to sell it in a week. Okay, friends, there are some Solana, actually 99% of these Solana subhuman filth trash influencers, they're selling after a couple of minutes, right? We've seen a lot of copy traders and stuff. They're selling after 7 seconds. They call something a slow cook if they're holding for 30 minutes. Total joke. But remember, it's not Solana. Okay, it doesn't matter what chain it's come from. It's just this is a nice example because crypto, we have public blockchain information. We can actually see this. So check it out here. We have Mr. Defective. So Mr. Defective, he says, I went through ZachXBT's leaked list to get an idea of how much money these crypto influencers have. KOLs are key opinion leaders. So friends, remember, because I got a fluffy microphone, oh yeah, it does smell good as well, and it feels good. Remember, KOL is just a key opinion leader. It's just another word for influencer, but Cole is like just a nice short word. So yeah, you might say, oh, Sommi, you have subscribers and people listen to you, so you're a Cole. Yeah, I don't care about the labels. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's a Cole, just like everyone's a scammer. Just life's a scam. So who cares, man? They're words. I'm just trying to help you, you know? Methodology. Get the average balance, the soy and the tokens, and get their max balance for the last 30 days. So he's just going to go through. He does an analysis of these people. So, friends, I'll just tell you right now, pretty much all of these, honestly, I don't know who any of them are. I've never heard of any of them except one girl. I know she's a massive grifter and a scammer. Like, a lot of people actually like want to do violent things to this person if they find out who she is. But yeah, I can't remember any of the specific tokens. And like, friends, it's just like, okay, if you were walking into a train station and you see like let's say you see like a guy, he literally has the jail outfit, the orange outfit, and he's got bloodshot eyes. He's got like a massive knife and he's got a gun. And the sign says, I'll be great for a first date, right? Like, if you're a father, you got your daughter. Let's say you got your 12-year-old daughter. And this guy's literally, let's say it's like, maybe he's 22 years old, just got out of jail, got a massive hunting knife, and he's got a gun. Do you see how, like, obvious that is that, I don't think I want my 12-year-old daughter to date that guy. I mean, like, firstly, it's illegal. But, you know, just like there's thousands of things wrong with the picture. All of these KOLs, they are that bad. Okay, it's like, it's so obvious. But I know I'm here to help along the way. Like, it's like there's 50,000 things saying they don't believe there's subhuman filth, cockroach gut, fingernail painting, leg day skipping, trash, bug eating scum. Okay, so it's so obvious. But sometimes we need to just talk about the obvious, so everyone's reminded of these. So all these names, I don't recognize any of them for good reason. But let's continue. So this guy, 0x Sweep. So let's check out what Mr. Defective, he calls himself. Let's go check it out. So he says, the majority of this sweep dude's profit came from a Bull X trading account. Every single ticker where that wallet was profitable was also shilled on his Twitter account. Ether, Bob, BARSIK. Friends, do you remember what BARSIK was? BARSIK was Hasbulla's cat. Do you remember, friends, Hasbulla? Hasbulla, you know, like the kid, he's like a 40-year-old dude who looks like a kid from some genetic condition. He made a tweet. Do you remember he made a tweet last year? He says, oh no, people are trying to make a meme coin. Oopsies, did somebody make a meme coin of my cat called BARSIK? Like, it's so obviously planned. And the next tweet was, oh, I don't know how to react. I guess if you send me tokens, whoever you are, I will adopt this coin. That's pretty much literally exactly what the account said. And it looked like some obvious, like, events. It looked like some, let's say a Turkish dude, let's say he literally runs a kebab shop at night, and he's like, well, let's just try this meme coin thing. Like, I got hooked up with him. Maybe they're from the same village or something. Let's just try and make it look organic. So BARSIK is one of the coins. That's why, friends, like, as soon as BARSIK came out, I think I remember, like, this is how, like, fast I am just to tell you, go, dude, this is obviously just gonna... Look, friends, you can trade these. That's fine when they come on. But I'm just telling you now, like, look what happened to Kanye West's token, right? I mean, the thing's peaked in, like, 35 minutes, right? The time it takes for these things to peak. Here's where I posted. I posted it, wow, a year ago. Hasbulla launching a meme coin named after his cat. I mean, it's funny. Friends, look at this. Here's the post. Sad news to share. My beloved BARSIK is no longer with us. He was my favorite cat, always bringing me joy with his genuine affection. And then look at the next. Oh, that was at the top, friends. Look at the bottom. I barely posted about my beloved BARSIK, and someone already launched a meme coin in his memory. BARSIK on Solana. Whoever you are, if your intentions are good, please consider allocating blah, blah, blah. You understand? Like, it's so from a script, right? So, meanwhile, this dude's followers are told they need to work harder and keep clicking. That's why, friends, it's so, friends, it is like, it's so funny. Just keep clicking. Friends, imagine, okay. Imagine you go to the children's hospital and you see a kid and they have, let's say, unfortunately, they're paralyzed. Let's say they're paralyzed from a very young age. They don't even have any legs. They don't have legs. Imagine you just keep telling the kid, just keep training. You're going to make it to the NBA. Keep training. Little Asian kid, don't worry. One day, you'll turn black. And your legs will just grow stumps. You'll be 7 feet tall. Just keep eating your vegetables. Just keep. Do you see how, like, silly willy that sounds? Yes. These psychological operations coming from bug eater scum, that's what it is. Keep clicking. Because, friends, if you just, I've shown you, I've made so many high value content videos to show you. Every time you click, okay, people, they think they're going to be able to click in like 50 trades, like after a few coins and retire. But no, 50,000 trades later, they still haven't made it. Every time you click, you're losing on slippage, you're losing on the fees, and then that adds up and compounds over time. And then you actually get to see a retardio like an XRP holder has absolutely crushed you over the past few years. And you're following spaghetti hair people who are just like sending you to, you know, victim areas of LA Vape Cabal or whatever it is, whatever other cabal there's going to be appearing. So here we have his tweets. BARSIK to the moon! 10 million coded, Ether, 100 million loading. That's kind of funny. They say all the same tweets. So he actually has, friends, all the things here. So yeah, this is a common thing. You know who else does this? Arthur Hayes. Arthur Hayes, they come out, they say, I am so bullish on this. I've never been more bullish on this in my life. Literally 15 seconds later, they just start clicking sell. That's what they do. That's what they do, you know. I have to sit through it. I watch it. I observe it. Okay, I'm using the power of the most powerful and most fluffy microphone out here to deliver the good news for you. Okay, this is good. This is helpful news. I'm here giving you vegetables. All these other people, what are they feeding you? Cockroach guts. That's what they're feeding you. All right. Here's another person. Shmoon. A Telegram channel. He shills 10 tickers a day. My gosh. Okay. If you are in a Telegram channel and there are 10 tickers a day, gee, friends, in my Telegram, I have a rule. Remember my filtering? If the coin is less than 2 weeks old, you're not allowed to shill it. Do you know that one? I don't know why I just made that tweet filter. I just thought of it. Do you understand how clean that keeps us? Okay, the coins can't be less than 2 weeks old. Literally, there's nothing in there. No one's allowed in there. It just keeps it clean straight away. I was thinking, man, where are all these amazing asymmetric upside stuff? Huh? Friends, I'm not doing it to keep it clean. Okay, I'm doing it because I want value for us. Give me something where the initial hype has died down and you can see a long-term value thing. Tell me a story. Tell me a story because, you know, it's not just about the story. It's like, tell me a few sentences which show me the path of why this thing is like worth more than what it is right now. How can you see a path? Nothing. Crickets. Literally crickets. While he received a lot of money directly from Binance, the only 3 profitable trades on the leaked wallet are Degi, Bon, and Botify. 3 out of 3 were shilled on Twitter. Yeah, so remember, friends, all these people, they are on the list. Yeah, so just a friendly reminder, these people, they're taking money to shill. And you know what, friends, look, I don't even care, man. I don't care. I'm just here to tell you, okay? You know, I'm here to tell you. I'm drawing off the friendship and kindness of Lord Satoshi. He's like, hey, let's make a money system where everyone can see the public ledgers. Let's see what happens. Let's just shine the light on the darkness. Yeah. Satoshi didn't come out and say, here's my big lollipop. I'm going to squash the US Fed. I'm going to squash Christina Lagarde. He didn't do that. He just said, hey, let's make this technology. I'm just going to show you. Okay. So I'm showing this for you. Okay. If you still want to subscribe to these people who charge $400 for 2 shitty tweets, you know what I mean? Like, you know, God bless you. You want to do that? Whatever. But friends, I'm very confident. It's a believer cycle, dude. Okay. We're so immune to this stuff now. Like, we're just so desensitized. Like, you know. Next one, Link OX. I think I follow this guy, but this guy regrets 10x. Apparently it's the same guy. So they actually caught him. He's got actually 2 accounts. He takes thousands of dollars a tweet. He goes, this is really funny. Both accounts provided the same address for the partnership, which means they're probably managed by the same person. How did they make the money? Countless ways. One interesting example, they managed to grab $60,000 from the Boop airdrop with this cult token. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Look at this, friends. What the hell? What is this chart? Friends, this is a 16-second chart. It goes up and then just goes down to 0. Is that some sort of fake airdrop money laundering? Yeah, so just to let you know, this link 0x on Twitter, what they do is they've engagement farm bot. So they find every single person who gets high views on a tweet, and they just literally copy paste the tweet as themselves. Okay? They don't show the picture, they don't tag the person. You notice me, friends, in 99% of my posts, if I take something, even inspiration from something, I'll go out of my way to tag someone. I can't do it all the time because I'm giving the highest value content in crypto. So I can't basically, like, you know, bend down to tie my shoelace every 15 seconds. But 99% of the time, I do my best to tag everyone and do everything out here. I don't have to. Sometimes it's really, really annoying because you forget their username. Like, how do I spell this guy's person's name? And I forget. But it is what it is, okay? This person just straight copy paste it because they're just engagement farming. Just to get more people on their list because they don't believe in anything, bro. Now, at the end of the cycle, I'm glad. These people, they can't hold for crap. They're going to be holding Solana, LA Vape Cabal trash. They don't have any of our good stuff, okay? And the people are going to win. But at least you're learning. Sybil ETH, this girl, look, I'm telling you right now, man. Okay, do you understand what happens in a bear market? They see people who get rich and they remember. People get violent. Violent. Do you know? Okay, I've got to show you this. Do you know in the Wall Street cheat sheet, Habibi? Do you know what comes after? Let me show it to you. Do you know what comes after panic and capitulation? Anger. Look at it. That comes, look, Wall Street cheat sheet. Denial, capitulation and panic, anger. Do you know what comes out in anger, friends? Celsius. The employees leaked the database of every single customer in June 2022. And then what did everybody do? They looked up everybody's names and they found Bitcoin maxis on Twitter who owned Ethereum and Chainlink and they were earning yield. And on their Twitter posts, they were saying, oh yeah, yield is a sin, Bitcoin is the way, everything else is trash. Just one example. They also found, I know it's been many, many years, but yeah, they found there are some very popular KOLs, multiple, who were telling everybody, don't worry, Celsius is totally safe. They kept making money from it, but they were withdrawing millions of dollars with Celsius. They were sending everybody to their graves. Very, very sad. Yeah, but that's what happened. Yeah, they were literally withdrawing. So people looked up their names. They were literally taking out their money for themselves and they were making videos on the YouTube channel. Now, friends, these people, they're straight sociopaths. Sociopaths. Can you use another word besides evil, by the way? Can you use another word besides evil? They don't have any aspect of friendship or a friendship cult or anything. Absolutely no. Okay, so, you know, I'm here to help. So, Sybil, remember, she's scammed a lot of people. This is a funny one. I found the tweet from this account complaining about how many insiders were in on the coins Jelly, Trump, and Melania. Highest P&L tokens from the leak wallet, Jelly, Trump, and Melania. Oh, wow, that's gold. This girl, man. Friends, you don't know what you're dealing with. You know, crypto, people don't just put in $6 anymore, you know? They're starting to put in months and years of their life savings. So if you scam people, they will literally come and slit your throat. They will do that. Yeah. Because you took something from them, they're going to take something from you. But these people, you know, they're going to get them. They're going to get them. Look at this. This Sybil scammer. People definitely got insiders in Libra, Trump, Melania, and Jelly. Look, yeah, again, apparently she was one of the insiders. All of these coins are insider coins. Jelly, Vine, Trump, Melania, Jail, Stool, Boop. That's gold, man. That's gold. There, friends, it's a game. Okay, but it's a game. This is, someone's gonna slit their throats. One of these people they're gonna get killed. You're literally going to get killed. You're taking money from people. You are, when you're building into this type of evil, satanic, take from people stuff, well, guess what? You take from people, they're going to take from you. Jeremy with 2 Ys, BTC. One more example because I missed this KOL, whom I particularly hate. The unexpected thing is that he made a lot of money on Punk. The expected thing is that he made a lot of money on Duco. Okay. Don't know why. Oh, okay, so all this Punk, he made $100,000 almost. Then 92,000, 60,000. Melania, yeah, friends, they're dumping on all their followers. Yeah, that's what they do. They dump on their followers. They go spend the money. Yeah, man, that's it. Nice detective. Why do projects still choose these accounts? Still, I have an account as well. I started wondering why I never got an offer like that. My guess is that some projects prefer to target this kind of wanna-get-rich-quick audience. 0x sweep followers buying BARSIK will buy whatever ticket they shill. My audience still think twice. That's why the paradox is that accounts like this probably have higher commercial value. This probably answers the question all those bigger and better accounts have been asking. Why did I never get paid that much? Yeah, so people have been asking, thank you to Mr. Detective as well. People are always asking like, what? You guys are getting $10,000 because they're looking at their followers and they're saying, oh, they've got like my numbers, whatever, 40,000. I don't even know how much. But you know what I mean? They're like, but it's because they have highly motivated, want to get rich quick. Friends, you know what they're doing. Okay. They're not, okay, look, they're in what they call the trenches. There's a lot of lube There's a lot of plugs hanging around. There's a lot of dudes sticking their tongues down each other's throats. They've got picture frames of the LA Vape Cabal telling them just keep clicking. Keep clicking. Their accounts are getting dwindled. They've got the Cabal insiders, like the prostitute Cabal. They've got a giant picture of her huge gum to tooth ratio just so they can see her smile. And she's, taking selfies because she just got to become somebody's porta potty in Dubai, and they're enjoying it. They're all enjoying it. But it's a believer cycle, man. Look, if this thing worked, everyone would have been doing it. They're not doing it because it doesn't work. Because player versus player, mercenary stuff, you eventually just cannibalize yourself because, like I said, there's no believers. If everybody's PvP, nobody's a believer. Nobody wants a long-term supply holding of the token. The only reason why Bitcoin succeeded, friends, is somebody came in and said, we might flip the US dollar one day. Yoink. You see that vision, that start? Now, everybody thinks like, this is the thing, right? So if someone holds something long-term, it doesn't matter what the vision is. You just got to get them to hold long-term. It doesn't matter if, like, for example, look at XRP, okay? Some people think XRP is just a good pumper in a bull market. Other people think it's going to flip the US Fed, okay? It doesn't matter. They're both believers. They both hold. So some people judge them and go, oh, you're silly and you're silly and you're silly. Dude, go buy your shitty little BARSIK meme coin from Hasbulla. No one cares, okay? You need long-term believers. The problem is all these people are short-term minded scum. They are TikTok, brain rot generation, piece of trash, subhuman filth, pencil neck, noodle arms, okay? They don't have fluffy slippers at all, okay? They have disgusting Highland bull slippers, which are brown and tarnished. Ours are nice and fluffy, okay? So they can try to have fluffy slippers. There's a brown and tarnished, okay? And squashed. And they don't have the cute smile here, okay? There's a frowning. Like I said, if PvP mercenary stuff actually benefited everybody would be doing it. It doesn't. So I don't feel sorry for them. If anything bad happens to these KOLs, I don't give a shit. If anything happens to their audience, I don't give a crap either. Have you seen their audience, friends? Their audience is just as scum as they are. Yeah, you can even see. Go check the fence. Whenever we do these threads, there's always, you can see people projecting. You go down, people are like, oh, I would do the same if I had that opportunity. Yeah. Basically, these people are so stupid. Why do you open your mouth? Why do you let us know you yourself are total scum? You are like the pedophile sitting in a crowd of people when they've just reported on the news, let's say a school teacher's been arrested for abusing children sexually, right? And you're that person saying, oh, yeah, if I had that power, I'd abuse everyone too. You let people speak long enough, they show you who they really are. So, thank you to Mr. Detective out here. Look at his conclusion. I like it. As I mentioned yesterday, the odds are extremely against you. Partnerships, insider news, and even airdrops all go to these kinds of actors, and they will still tell you that they are not making money because you don't want it enough. Or that you're not making money because you don't want it enough. Well, look, there's a hint of truth there. Yeah. If you really want it enough, you just like drop all your morals and then you just treat everybody mercenary. The thing, friends, the thing is, okay, they're making chump change, man. They're making chump change. Like, okay, yeah, it'd be nice if everybody just could get $30,000 and $40,000 clips of revenue from random tokens. It would be. The thing, though, is if you look at how many people are doing it and how many people are trying to do it, horrible odds. You're looking at like the peak of the criminals here. Yeah, you're looking at like the top of the scum, like a mountain of poop. You're looking at the top of the poop, the smelliest part, right? Exposed to the sun. They're like, oh, I'm poop and I'm bathing in the sun. That's what you're looking at. Most people who attempt this, they're just scum like them. Okay, so if you want to make it in the game, you organize yourself, your portfolio. Not financial advice. Go speak to a financial advisor. They'll actually tell you to get out of crypto, so you're a bit of a double whammy there. Okay, but you think, okay, how much money do you need to live every year? Because everybody's in a different country, yeah? Somebody's living expenses every month and every year in Poland is different to somebody who's in the land of greens, in Greenland, which is different to somebody who's in the Bahamas, different to somebody in rural China, different to somebody in Hong Kong. You see what I mean? So whatever that money amount is that you need to live every year or every month, yeah, you split it, yeah, so month to month. So that's your unit. So you can think about, hey, how much have I invested in crypto? You know, there are people out here, they've invested, say, one whole year of living expenses. So if they need, for example, in their country, if they need 15,000 US to live, they've invested a whole 15,000. That's 1 year. Some people have like a full 15,000 invested in crypto. So they're hoping they get like a 10x on that whole thing. You know, so that's 10 years they kind of don't have to work, got to pay taxes. But then in the next cycle, you only need like another 2 or 3x and you're actually retired. You see? So other people have gone super aggressive. Maybe they have like 2 years or 3 years of living expenses, yeah? Some people need like 30,000 a year to live. They got like a $90,000 portfolio. So in their eyes, if they get like a 10x, that's 30 years of living expenses covered. Now, I'm not talking about upgrades and buying a brand new Casio watch or upgrading a squeaky chair. Forget all those. Your number one goal is to use this in its highest growth rate to just basically not have to work for somewhere else. That's pretty much what the goal you can get, okay? So long-term vision is how you make it. I know the cycle's been gone a long time, but it is what it is. Unless, I mean, be my guest. Are you going to go join this scum? Because it's a dog-eat-dog world. You and I are still going to make it. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.